Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Did not do a HIMediaTV news update today because I did not want to deal with the suck. But we do have a little bit of suck present here. This is going to probably be on the rundown that is normally recorded Thursday afternoon/evenings Eastern Standard Time with my co-host Brian Ortega, but we're going to talk about this more at length, and also I'll keep my opinions brief and minimals so I don't surprise y'all. From the New York Post by Gabrielle Hayes in Fox News. News anchor slammed after telling teen gamer who beat Tetris for the first time ever to go outside. Social media users tore into a Sky News anchor this week. Of course, it's fucking Sky News. After she made a dismissive comment to a 13-year-old gamer in her report on him being the first ever person to ever beat Nintendo's version of Tetris. After reporting on Willis Gibson reaching the highest level of anyone who has ever played the game, crashing its coding, Jane Secker, spelled with a Y, that's a new spelling, took a moment in her Sky News broadcast to tell the young man to get some fresh air. As a mother, I would just say step away from the screen, go outside, get some fresh air. Beating Tetris is not a life goal, she said with a smile on her face, and people were upset. And I'm going to explain why, and this is where I'm going to deviate a little bit from the article. Functionally, Willis, a kid from Oklahoma, 13-year-old boy, did something that was only done previously by a computer. He played Tetris so long and so well that the Tetris game cartridge for the NES that he was playing on could not generate new blocks. The code froze. He beat Tetris. He is the only living human being in the 40 years that this game has existed that was capable of doing that. This is and I am not being hyperbolic when I say this, a incredible feat of human skill. He is the only human being ever to do this. This is in a world where this level of gaming skill is admired and respected, especially for a young man as a young kid from Oklahoma like that, who by all accounts his mother has said he has other interests and hobbies outside of Tetris, and this is just one of his many hobbies. He's apparently a very well-rounded kid. The fact, this kind of old boomer-esque, mentality of, admonishing kid, saying playing Tetris isn't a life goal is very dismissive, and she has been raked over, and this newscaster has been raked over the coals justifiably since she made that newscast a couple days ago. So that's the only rough one. We're going to have some interesting updates. So the first is going to be there are rumors of a couple. These are semi-confirmed, semi-still rumors of games that have been platform locked for a very long time. We might be seeing some crossover now. So starting of which, Sea of Thieves could be coming to PlayStation. The popular Xbox console exclusive could be making its way to PlayStation in the near future. This is by Insider Gaming, written by Mike Straw. According to Stephen Tolatio, Microsoft has looked into launching the game on its competitor consoles. There's not a mention of a potential timeline for launch on PlayStation or if it will be available on both the PS5 and PS4. Developed by Rare and published by Xbox Game Studios, Sea of Thieves was first released on March 20th, 2018. Sea of Thieves has been struggling a little bit with player counts and numbers. It is very, very much a game it's very difficult to kind of be rewarded in that game. It's kind of a slugfest. It's rough. So bringing it to PlayStation, I think, would be a intelligent business move on Microsoft's part. Also, again, Xbox beating the, anti-consumer exclusive allegations. Possibly, they're bringing Hi-Fi Rush. It's rumored that they're bringing the great game Hi-Fi Rush to the Nintendo Switch. Now, this is from IGN by Wesley Yinpool. The Xbox hit Hi-Fi Rush is heavily rumored to be sent to rival console, the Nintendo Switch in 2024, sparking a ferocious debate about Microsoft's exclusive strategy. Insider Nate the Hate, who has a good track record when it comes to game announcements, teased that a critically acclaimed Xbox exclusive is set to launch on a competing console platform. Reese Terra user Lolly Lolo, I don't even know if I sent that right, who also has a good track record for game announcements, and then appeared to confirm Tango Gameworks' Hi-Fi Rush is coming to Switch. Now, Hi-Fi Rush, I think, is a wonderfully perfect example of a game that would be stellar in mobile platforming. It's got a great soundtrack, it's got a great gameplay, definitely would be very ergonomic in the hands of a Switch console, and definitely due to the stellar audio and design of the game, great for having headsets attached to it. So I think that is a great choice. It kind of remains to be seen whether or not that Xbox is going to do it, but in recent years, Xbox has done a pretty interesting and pretty stellar job of, bucking console exclusivity. PlayStation has gotten better too, where they're just timed exclusive now. They probably realize that the money that can be recouped on some of these games, I think, people who want to play on a PlayStation want to play on a PlayStation because a PlayStation is, just an experience within itself. And people will get an Xbox because, Game Pass is Game Pass and Game Pass is stellar. So it depends, and we'll see. But these are, both the Sea of Thieves and Hi-Fi Rush, being brought to consoles where, if I'm being honest, both of those both Sea of Thieves on PlayStation and Hi-Fi Rush on Nintendo Switch would do very well on their respective consoles. There are plenty more games, I think, from Microsoft that I think are worthy of being pushed over there, but I think it remains to be seen. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening to Nerd News. I appreciate your time, your viewership, your listenership. Please like, subscribe, follow the podcast, what the fuck ever, you know how to do. And I will see you guys next time.